We had some calls that came in. I wanted to hear how different places in the world were dealing with and what your corona was like, your corona time. And so we got some calls that came in here right here. This is Nicole from Malaysia, and beautiful place over there, Malaysia. And I actually saw a couple of monkeys over there steal a bag of chips from a thick urban chick, and they went at least 2 rounds, bro. You thought it was gonna end there, but you know, a big girl don't want to lose that chip sack. Gang shit. Onward.
Hey Theo, it's Nicole calling from Penang, Malaysia.
Hey Nicole, and thank you for calling in from Penang there. In Malaysia, I don't know. I've been to Malaysia actually. I just told you that. And it's man, it's like the beach went to the beach. That's how beachy it is. And it's humid. Dude, I remember I took my shirt off and they had 2 goldfish swimming in my belly button. I mean, it's humid. You'll find a damn starfish come out from under your arm. Onward.
Because in one of your recent episodes, you said you wanted to hear from more people who live internationally. We're still in quarantine over here, and we probably will be until the end of Ramadan, which is near the end of May, because they're real worried about people having large gatherings for Ramadan, since it's a majority Muslim country.
Shout out Muslims, brother. Shout out Slims, baby, all day. Onward.
So even though we don't have a lot of cases at all, we're going to be in lockdown for a while longer, which sucks. And I'm a senior in high school, so we're all just hoping that they'll ease up on the restrictions in time for us to have graduation, because we really don't want to miss that. It's crazy here because it's actually illegal to exercise outside, so we can't run or walk our dogs or bike outside at all. And I got stopped by the police for going on a run by myself. So you can't really be outside at all unless you have evidence that you're going to the grocery store, and that's the only time when you can be outside. So that kind of sucks because we're really locked in here.
Wow. Oh, thank you, Nicole. Thanks for that message. Wow. I can't believe you guys are really... I mean, you can't even take a dog. Yeah, I guess you just have to have a dog. Just teach a dog to what? Urinate inside or use a toilet. Wow. That's bad. That's insane. But that's beautiful. I'm glad that, that you guys are able to, I guess, help the animals like that. But yeah, I mean, that makes me think at least I can go for a run, and wow, you can't exercise. You got stopped by the police for fitness. Dude, that reminds me, one time I was jogging in the Midwest, and I was in and that's the real thick belt. I don't know if you've been to the Midwest, but damn, you won't. I mean, you'll have a thigh, your thigh will just show up out of nowhere. They got a damn somebody. You'll see some fella got hamstrings with real ham on them. You're like, dang, boy, that's that salty back strap. And I was going for a jog, and somebody stopped. Some guy's like, he pulled over. He's like, "You okay? What's happening, buddy? You all right? What's going on?" What? And I was like, "Huh?" He's like, "What are you running from, man? You scared or something?" I was like, "Nah, man. This is fitness, buddy. I'm doing fitness. I'm an adult, man." But wow, really putting that in perspective, and to be in school and not know if you'll be able to have that graduation experience. Wow. That puts it into perspective for me for sure. We got a lot to be grateful for, and I'm sorry that you're dealing with that. Your attitude seems really good though, Nicole. I appreciate you sharing that with me and just sharing a little bit of what's going on over there. And then wow, yeah, if it comes into religious territory, which I like, I like there being some religion. And you didn't sound negative about it, and I appreciate that, not that you would, but, I think it's a good time for people to have faith, and the fact that, people are going to say, okay, not only have I been going through this, but that doesn't negate that I'm going to try and still have my faith. Because if I, you know what I'm saying, I've been one of those kind of half breed Christians, where my faith is always, I grew up, I didn't really have a lot, I was around a lot of it, and we would go to church and stuff, but in my heart, I didn't really know much. But so that's real special that people are able to have faith and that they're not letting that discount, saying, okay, well, look, we did the core of it, so now we don't have to do, we don't have to do the fasting. We don't have to do this or that. That's pretty powerful. But thank you for that update from the Malay people over there. Beautiful. All right, let's take another call here, and this is from Prague right here, and this is Sean Hotchman. Let's go, Hotch.
Hey, Theo, this is Sean. I'm in Prague in the Czech Republic.
Thank you for calling, Sean, from Czech Republic. And when I actually visited there, they had a man pickpocketed me. And this guy was small. This guy had the smallest damn hands, bro. You couldn't even... this guy... Oh, no one, you could barely feel... he could almost put both hands and both feet in your pocket and you couldn't feel it. Think about that. Think about having 4 appendages in a damn pant pocket. And you can't even feel the person in there. And that's dark magic right there. Let's hear more.
Wanted to see how things were elsewhere in the world. We've been on lockdown for about 6 weeks now. Things are slowly starting to get back to normal. As you can see, there's a bunch of other people out here on the bridge. Still, everybody wears their mask outside, but people are starting to go back out to the parks. Some of the stores are open back up. And I think by the middle of June, things might be getting back to being more or less normal. Looks like the borders are going to be closed for the rest of the summer, but maybe after this is all done, you can plan another European tour. Love to see you. Bye.
Gang. Thanks, Sean. Interesting. So yeah, that sounds pretty similar. I think things are starting to people are starting to loosen up, make the choice. Some people. And that's what life is like. That it's just it's a lot of just Hansel and Gretel. That's who we are, really. We're curious creatures. Damn it. I'm sorry, Sean. But yeah, you get that, people, I notice it too. The traffic's getting more in Los Angeles. People are doing more things, more thoughts trying to holler. More gay dudes even. Out here in LA, there's a thing now. If you go running on your feet and without a mask, that is apparently it's like a pickup thing for men that like other men. And so it's like the new, remember if you used to put your foot out under the bathroom stall wall in Minnesota or whatever, you used to drop that boot over there in that other dude's little shitter. And then bam, next thing you know, y'all playing freaking Hide That Rodney. But what were we talking about? But what I'm telling you is, or what I'm sharing right now is just that, yeah, people are going to make their own choices. And so I understand when some people are like, we need to liberate, we need to, I was talking to my brother-in-law or something. I think we might be second cousins, or not second cousins, but I don't know. Somebody fucked somebody, honestly. And that's how we're, cousin-in-law. And he was saying, well, like you have counties in Texas where they had 4 cases of it. So what do those people do? Like how do they get back to work? How do they can't start their universe back up? So it's tricky, man. It's tricky to see. But I think humans, we're going to have our own sense at a certain point of when's okay to venture back out and to get things popping and to, feel the world and know if it's safe. And know if it's safe for us and what our level, what's safe for me. I'm risky. I'm that risky biscuit. You know what I'm saying? You could put jam on me, bruh. You could put pepper. You could put down rubber cement on my back. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a snack, dog. So, gang, shit, you feel me? But thank you for sharing. This is beautiful. And if you, and both of these last two callers were from on video. So if you were watching on YouTube, you can see these people's beautiful faces. And Sean is from right here on a famous bridge right there in Prague. Let me see, famous bridge in Prague. And that bridge is called the Charles Bridge, named after a white. So beautiful, man. Thank you, brother. Thanks for calling in, and be safe over there. And yeah, it's like people's idea of what's safe is different. People's idea of what's safe is different. I did read that there are now 50,000 deaths in the U.S. from COVID-19. Coronavirus, and every year the pneumonia gets that many people as well. Every year pneumonia does. And I really believe that if 20 years ago this happened, I don't think you would have heard anything about it. I really don't. I don't think you would have heard anything about it. I think it would have just been like, oh, this year is a strong flu season. We have a flu that's lasted late. And I think that's where it kind of would have landed. But now you have the 24-hour news cycle, so you got to fill that news bank. You have to do it. There used to be 2 hours of news. There was morning news and there was evening news. And then they would do a late evening in case you was you had a little side piece over and y'all wanted to do, look at something before y'all went over there and touched each other's bodies or something, or split a steak or something. But now it's 24. So they used to be able to pack the whole news into those 3 hours. And some of the stories would double over. Now there's 21 more hours of news. So they got to fill that with something. And that's where I think hysteria really began, where the news is like, okay, what can we do? And then at a certain point, what's selling for us? What's keeping people hooked on the screen? So I really believe that. And I really believe that if we didn't have the 24-hour news cycle, that this would just be kind of a strong flu season that had came and gone. Now, I know that this is stronger. This thing has a higher kill rate than other flus, but I just think that's what it would have been. But hey, what do I know, right? And I might be wrong also. So really good chance of that. Let's take one more video call that came in, and this is a gentleman from Dubai right here. Gang.
What's up, Theo? This is Hunter checking in from Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Gang.
What's up, Hunter? Thank you for checking in, brother. From Dubai. Onward.
An American, but I live here full time now. Just wanted to give you some insight on what's going down in this country. It's pretty strict right now. We have handled it well, and it's been kind of contained to one busier area of the city, and everywhere else is doing pretty good. But you have to apply for a permit anytime you go outside, anytime. And now they've restricted it to where you can only leave and go places every 3 days. So we're kind of just huddled up, hunkered down. But shout out to companies like Kareem and Zomato. That's like our version of Postmates. They're delivering food still. And other than that, Dubai's interesting. It's definitely still kind of a third world country scenario. But pre-COVID, it was very almost overemployed. There's virtually no unemployment, no homelessness. To that, though, there is a dark side. These guys from like Karachi, Pakistan, Dhaka, Bangladesh, and various places like that. They're not getting paid well, and it's rough living scenarios. And because of this, now they're just not working at all. So there's actually been a spike in homelessness and people who are stranded, and the airports are closed, so they can't get back to their home country. So that is a sad thing to see. But other than that, we're holding it down. Thanks for everything you do. Gang.
Gang, bro. Thank you, Hunter, for that message, man. And that's information as well as a message. Wow. Yeah, you don't think of that. You know, or you do think of it. Maybe you do. That the whole, it's in every place it's going on. And I'm not trying to, this isn't like I'm not trying to make this be a downer thing. I'm trying to just share what it's like from around the globe, I'm not trying to make us feel bad about anything. I'm not trying to feel bad about it. This is what life is. Think about what life has been for some people. Think about some man was born, imagine this, some man was born somewhere in a forest maybe, or, in like a thick forest. And he don't know anything, and he grows up, and his parents don't have much money or whatever, and he does woodworking, he does basic stuff. And then one day he sees maybe like a beautiful bird or something, maybe a robin, like a red robin, a red-breasted robin. And that's like the best part of his life, and then he dies, and his family dies, and that's his life. His life with that one thing. When he saw that robin, it was everything for him. That was his. Having a family. That was his prom. That was his. Getting married. That was his. That was it. That was his life. And that's a life. That's a beautiful life. That's in its own place. The Robin Man. But it's different when you get, we're used to like fancier lives, getting to do this and getting to do that, and now some of that has just been adjusted. But thank you for that information from Dubai, and what it's like, and that, wow, being stranded, I would hate that. That would be tough, man, because people are going to do what they're going to do at a certain point. People going to buck. Little Charlie going to buck. Little Assad going to buck. Little Yeham over here. Or Chin, little Chin Strap, or whatever your boy's name is, Viet. People going to get bucked, dog. Somebody's going to fucking hum a glass bottle at a jogger. You know what I'm saying? People are going to start to bend a little. And see what they can do. Good evening, good afternoon, and other times. Thanks for watching that video you just saw. It was okay. But the next video you could watch could be way better. What if you watch a video right now that changes your life? Well, you could. Watch this one. Or watch this one. Watch this one. Watch this one. Watch this one. Ah!